You have a big heart, don't you? Do you ever feel like you just want to help people, but sometimes they just take what you say the wrong way? Well, in this video, I'm going to have some of the youth share about how they feel when certain people give them certain advice. And I'm also going to share about how my mom really made a difference for me. It made me want to do what she wanted me to do, just the way she told me how to do it. So I think it's not necessarily what we're saying, but how we say it. How does that make you feel when you hear that?
Like they don't understand. They haven't been in our shoes.
Yeah. What do you wish you could tell them?
Just walk a mile in our shoes and you'll know what it's like.
I see some very unnice things about that right now. That is the most unhelpful thing ever.
Okay.
Really? Like you're hungry, go get food. Okay, that food requires me having a job, and that requires me having an education, and that requires me being put in the environment when I was young that gave me those things. So, like, you can't just go out and get a house and just get a job. Every one of those things requires something.
As you can see, when these young ladies were told to go get a job or find housing, immediately a wall went up and they felt offended, and they also felt judged and belittled. And they definitely didn't receive anything from those words that were spoken to them. I think the question is, how can we actually say things to people when they don't want to hear what we have to say? Well, I think my mom has a lot of wisdom on how to do this. This is my mom, Judy, and Mom, I was just wondering, what was something that you were really scared of when you were younger?
Oh, I was so scared of getting my vaccinations at school.
So when you became a mom, what did you decide?
Well, I didn't want you guys to be afraid of needles and stuff, so yeah.
So how did you manage to make us not afraid of needles?
Well, I had to have so much blood work done that I just brought you in and showed you how fun it was to have a needle poked in you. And
yeah, so my mom used to be, hey guys, look at this. Isn't this so cool? Like, I'm getting the blood taken out of me. And every time it was like vaccine day, I had this weird sense of excitement, and I was like, yay, it's vaccine day. So I think in that situation and in lots of things, my mom would make things sound fun, and she would make things sound positive instead of negative, and that really made a difference for us. There's so many things now that when things go wrong, my first instinct is excitement, thanks to my mom. Sometimes our vehicle would go into a ditch and my mom's like, hey guys, guess what? We're having an adventure. So now when things go wrong, my first instinct is, hey, this is an adventure. And they're like, oh, this is actually bad. So from learning from my mom and from constantly learning from the youth and young adults that I work with, I realized that I always need to move from a place of love, and I need to be careful never to say anything that might make them feel shamed or belittled. If they ever even sense that I'm saying something like that, even if I don't mean it, their walls go up and they won't listen to a word I have to say. And I think that's like with anyone, right? It's with me too. Like if I feel judged or belittled, it's going to be a lot harder for me to hear what someone has to say to me. So I want to take my mom's example and motivate and encourage others towards change through speaking life, through making things seem exciting and fun, and just through believing in the person in front of me. There's a proverb that says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So do you want to join me in choosing life, and let's change the world through the words that we speak? Or maybe you feel like you don't have any words or you don't know what to say, especially when someone is suffering. Well, on that note, you can watch this video here.